for times that an innocent mistake led to a tragic outcome. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Beyond Crazy. 4. Basketball rolling into neighbor's yard. April 18, 2023, initially seemed like a normal spring evening. William James White was grilling and his 6-year-old daughter Kinsley was playing with friends and riding her bike while another group of kids played a game of basketball in their Crowders Mountain, North Carolina, neighborhood. At some point during the game, the basketball rolled into 24-year-old Robert Louis Singletary's yard. However, as the children went to retrieve the ball, Singletary began yelling at them. One of the children then told his father what happened, and the father went to Singletary's house to confront him. But the confrontation only fueled Singletary's anger. Singletary went inside his home, got a gun, and came out of the door running, opening fire on the neighbors. White then stepped in and attempted to round up the neighborhood children and get them to safety. Given the dangerous behavior, White then approached Singletary and told him there were too many children outside for him to be shooting. White's comment did not sit well with Singletary, who dropped the gun he was holding, grabbed another, and began firing at White and his daughter Kinsley. After 3 shots, White saw Singletary point his gun straight at Kinsley, and as White ran to shield her from the gunfire, he was shot in the back. The bullet punctured one of his lungs and liver before exiting from his belly. The shrapnel from the bullet then lodged in Kinsley's cheek. Singletary went on to fire 3 more times before fleeing the scene. Upon hearing the gunshots, Carl Hildebrand, Kinsley's grandfather, instructed neighbors to call 911. White was taken to a local hospital and later flown to Carolinas Medical Center in Charlotte, North Carolina, before being released on April 22, 2023. Kinsley was taken to the emergency room, where she was treated. On April 20, 2023, Singletary, who had made it all the way to Tampa, Florida, turned himself in and was later extradited to North Carolina. 3. Choosing wrong hiding spot during hide-and-seek game. On May 7, 2023, an unidentified 14-year-old girl was among a group of juveniles that were playing hide-and-seek in a Starks, Louisiana, neighborhood. However, the children made the unfortunate mistake of playing hide-and-seek in a neighbor's backyard and hiding on the property. Therefore, when the property owner, 58-year-old David V. Doyle, observed shadows outside his home, he went to retrieve his firearm. Although the children meant no harm, when Doyle saw people running away from his property, he began firing at them, unknowingly hitting the 14-year-old girl in the back of the head. Deputies were called to the scene, and the teenager was transported to an out-of-town hospital to be treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Her family later stated she was okay and recovering. Doyle was arrested and charged with aggravated battery, for counts of aggravated assault with a firearm and illegal discharge of a firearm. 2. Mistaken identity. 36-year-old Carisha Johnson of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, was 9 months pregnant and days away from giving birth to her 3rd daughter. Tragically, on April 16, 2023, as Johnson was picking people up from an Easter teen party, several people pulled out guns before pointing them at Johnson's vehicle and opening fire. Johnson attempted to flee the scene but was struck, killing both her and her unborn baby. The shooters had encountered a vehicle earlier in the night that fired a round into the air as they drove past the party. Unfortunately, when Johnson arrived, they mistook her white sedan for the vehicle that had driven by earlier and began shooting at her before fleeing the scene. 19-year-old Marquez Porch was later located by police, along with several other passengers. Porch, along with 19-year-old Gregory Parker and 19-year-old Derek Curry, were all arrested and charged with second-degree murder and first-degree feticide. Porch, who provided firearms to the other 2 teens, was employed by the Department of Corrections as a transportation driver but was terminated immediately. 1. Went to the wrong house to pick up siblings. On April 13, 2023, 16-year-old Ralph Yarl's mother asked him to pick up his younger twin brothers from a friend's house located at Northeast 115th Terrace in Kansas City, Missouri. However, Yarl had never been to the home before and accidentally arrived at the wrong address, Northeast 115th Street. Unaware of his mistake, Yarl naturally pulled his car into the driveway before walking up the steps and ringing the doorbell. After waiting a long time, 84-year-old Andrew Lester opened the door but pulled out a gun, aiming directly at Yarl. Jarl stated Lester then told him, "Don't ever come here again," before pulling the trigger, hitting Jarl in the head and the right arm. Despite his injuries, Jarl went to multiple homes, shouting for help until someone finally answered and agreed to contact the police. Jarl was taken to the hospital, and although he survived, he suffered a traumatic brain injury. Lester was detained for less than 2 hours the night of the shooting but turned himself in approximately 1 week later. Regarding the shooting, Lester claimed he was scared and believed someone was attempting to break into the house after seeing a black male approximately 6 feet, 1.8 meters, tall. Lester was charged with felony first-degree assault and armed criminal action but pleaded not guilty to the charges. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.